And Zero Cool here with another video. We're just going through some characters that we should beef up, and if you haven't already, he is one of the newer characters out there. So that is Silver Samurai. That guy right there is, this guy's a beast. This guy is nuts when he's close to maxed out because he just gets more and more barrier. And the big thing here is, going through his kit, he is pretty damn good. He gets transfer one counter for primary self, attack primary target for 210% piercing. It's piercing damage, which is great because it ignores armor. So even when you exhaust at his special and his ultimate, hitting with his basically just goes piercing damage. Plus, when this character performs a counter or assist, they apply 2 bleed to the target if you put their T4 on. Their T4 is really not, for the basic, it's not too much confidence in that, but some people have put it on there. His special is ridiculous. Gain taunt for 2 turns, gain 3 counter, gain 3 deflect, gain apply defense up for 2 turns to self and all Weapon X allies, bury yourself and all Weapons X allies for 20% of this character's max health, flip counter on the primary and adjacent targets, attack primary and adjacent targets for 250% piercing damage, apply offense down, which basically helps when you're going against heroes for hire in war. This is amazing because it flips the counters and it gives barrier to all Weapon X members. So in case you are doing a punch up with Weapon X, this comes in handy very, very much. And the T4 confidence on this one is a lot higher than the basic. So it's around 51%. So I would say yes, T4 that sucker. His ultimate, oh my god, more piercing damage. Attack primary target for 200% piercing damage and apply stun. If charged, bonus attack primary target for 100%, under 60% pierce, well, 200%. Gain 1 bonus attack for each charge up to a maximum of 5 bonus, then remove charge, and you gain 1000% extra focus for this attack. So the more focus you got for it, the more this is going to land, and the more he's going to go ahead and just start knocking someone out when he's charged. So, and then applying stun. So even if you do get him, you don't actually kill the person. You do actually can apply stun here, and then basically someone else can come in and clean up the job. So that is a very, very good one. And then his passive, on turn, gain 1 charge up to a maximum of 5. On turn, if this character is charged, is not stunned, and has any negative effects, remove 1 negative effect on this character for each charge and 1 charge for each negative effect cleared. So if you do got some charge on there and on the turn you don't really have control over it because it's a passive thing, if you got any negative effects, he removes it from it, but he also removes the charge. So that is the drawback to it. But if you time the charges right, if you time when you're going to do it, you can keep those charges on there and then go straight after the enemy. And then on this character or any Weapon X ally's turn, bury yourself for 10% of this character's max health. And he does have one of the highest actual health pools in the game. So that is actually a good thing. So when he buries himself for 10%, it is not a bad thing because you're basically going to have to go ahead and just like beat through all of his barrier that he does it, because it's on every turn. And you want to make sure that you can try to get him up as high as you can in terms of stars. I unfortunately had the nice effect of pulling 5, which is great. But if you're stuck at 4 or 3, don't worry. Even all that, it's no big deal because hey, he still can do good at 3 to 4 stars. Here for the rest of his passive, if he's attacked, gain 1 charge up to a maximum of 5. This character applies heal block for 2 turns with 500% extra focus on all attacks. Then you gain 40% armor. Weapon X allies gain 40% armor. Gain 40% resistance. Weapon X gains 40% resistance. Gain 10% counter assist chance plus 10% assist chance per Weapon X ally. So you got 4 other allies on the field with you usually. So you get 50% assist chance every time. If this character has 4 or more Weapon X allies, reduce the assist chance of all enemies by 25%. So you can reduce the enemy's ability to have assist chance, which is great. In War, on spawn, gain 5 charge, up to a maximum of 5, gain 40% piercing per charge, reduce the assist chance of all enemies by 100% instead. So this is really kind of just a good counter to Heroes for Hire and slowing it down. And then if they can't, assist each other, it does help because Weapon X does do that. It has that ability to slow them down and not assist a lot. So if you don't use Weapon X, which would be a really weird move, yeah, it's basically saying, hey, you're gonna go ahead and knock out, Heroes for Hire, and Silver Samurai is one of the guys to do it. I kind of slacked off on him personally. I shouldn't have did that, but I'm now going ahead and beefing him up because at the current moment we are having a blitz for him. So I'm gonna try to go all out and blitz for this character, so that way I can beef him up to at least 6 stars and see if I get 6 red on him and push him even more. So that way when he buries himself, he's gonna be burying himself behind a lot of barrier, and that's what I want to do. The main ISO here that most people are using are Skirmisher. I'm using Striker because he does assist a lot, and I got a couple of the characters as Raiders, so that's okay. I'd rather him go ahead and strike because his damage is pretty nice. But a lot of people are using Skirmisher to go ahead and put on Silver Samurai, but it's basically up to your choice. What do you want to do? What do you see with your character's level? I'm gonna keep pushing them up to at least probably G14, probably over the next couple of days, and then just keep pushing with it. But it's really up to based on what's your actual amount of gear that you have to spend. That's the only bad. The bottlenecks in this game are ridiculous, but Silver Samurai is essentially a damn good character. There isn't just one character to think about, he's definitely one to think about. So go ahead, beef him up, try to push him with your blitz or whatever, but the main one, barrier. That's the main thing with Silver Samurai. But if you like this video, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more content whenever it pops up, and hit that like button. Just thumb it. Thumb. Just hit that thumb button. Let's go. But until the next video, deuces.